What's up, fans and freaks? I am Dad Hippie, and before you kill me, I didn't record any videos at Renfest. I'm sorry. I went. My sister didn't have any pockets, so her phone went in one of my pockets. And then Beeson got a kilt and a cool ass shirt, and his phone went in my pocket. So I was carrying everybody's shit. And then because I got tired of their phones in my pocket, Steph and Beeson bought me a hip pouch, which I then put their phones in. I fucking love this thing, mostly because it's red and black, which is fucking awesome. But because it's like a freaking belt with a pouch on it that just goes around my waist. I can put anything in this. It's fucking cool. Let's start taking this with me to Comic-Con and shit. I have money and things and stuff. I can hold things and free up my pockets for my hands, like, cause I used to like having my hands in my pockets all the time. Can't do that shit when I got a phone in a wallet. So now I got this, and I'm gonna use it a lot. Cause like, my little brother made fun of it. He's called it a fanny pack, but I was like, I don't give a fuck. If it was an actual fanny pack, I still wouldn't give a fuck. I'd wear it. I ain't never made fun of no fanny pack. They're fucking useful, but I had no hands and no way to get my phone out of my pocket because my pockets were filled up. So I didn't record anything at Renfest. But we left the house at 9, a little bit before 9, and we stayed up in the city for roughly 3 hours at the Renfest. I wish we could have stayed longer, but there's really not much there. So we went around, we looked at all the shops and stuff. We watched Jolly Roger's show. And for those of you who don't know who the Jolly Rogers are, look them up. They've got some of their songs are up on YouTube. They're funny as shit. They're hilarious. I love the Jolly Rogers. They're the shit. Every year I go to the Renfest, I have to at least watch one Jolly Rogers show. And it was my dad that actually got me into the Jolly Rogers because he was the one that sat me down and made me watch my first Jolly Rogers show. It was my 3rd time going to the Renfest. He said I was finally old enough to sit down and watch them. So I did. And it was awesome. We would have watched Jousting, but all the shade was taken up, so we just didn't want to sit there because the sun was brutal today. It was hot. We were all sweaty. That's the main reason why Beaston got his kilt, because he was hot. He was like, it's fucking hot today. Fuck that shit, right? You're just gonna watch me move my hand towards the thing so I can delete the other video that's just sitting there on the bottom of my thing, taking up room and shit, because it bugs me. Anyway, I had no really big plan for making this video. I just wanted to talk to you guys like real people, because that's what we are. We're both real people. I'm not a robot yet, but I've been seeing a bunch of stuff, mostly revolving. I've been looking up a lot of the games that I want to play when they come out, but in order to do that, I have to get a game system they're coming out on, because all the games I want to play are coming out on the next gen coming on the current gen of consoles. And I'm still stuck with the PlayStation 3. I mean, my buddy Rory, Dylan, has an Xbox One, and Rory plays it a lot. And I mean, I can just go over there and play video games, but, like, I want a PS4. I'm a PlayStation kid. And Kingdom Hearts 3 is no longer coming out on Xbox One. It's just, we think it's no longer coming out on Xbox One. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's not. But, oh god. It's coming out on PS4, and I prefer the PlayStation system simply because I've been playing the Sony systems for as long as I can remember. I'm a Sony kid. I played every main Kingdom Hearts game I played. I've played them all, but I even have the 1.5 and 2.5 HD remaster, so I've played pretty much every single one of their games on my PlayStation. So, I mean, I couldn't really play Kingdom Hearts 3 on the Xbox One, really, even if I wanted to, because I like keeping kind of the system going. So, and I really want a PS4 because one of my favorite games of all time, Infamous, is a PlayStation exclusive, and Infamous Second Son, which looks fucking awesome. And I've had a chance to play one time at a friend's house, but I didn't make it very far. I think I made it to Seattle in that, and it's like, I've always really loved playing the Infamous games. They're fun. They usually give you a large city to get lost in and do shit. And it's like, I mean, granted, you only have two paths to go down. You have the good guy and the bad guy, but I mean, there's a lot of choices, and like they're impactful. They actually seem to make a difference. So it's cool, and I've always really liked the Infamous games. Though I don't necessarily like Delson as much as I like Cole McGrath, but Delson's a cool kid. He's a pretty cool main character, protagonist. That's the word I was looking for. He's a pretty cool protagonist. I mean, and the story was kind of neat. Like going to, like he's a power thief, and he's gonna go try and get the concrete power to save his clan. That's kind of cool. I liked it. That's fucking neat. But if you saw my mini video, I did hang up Sora right here. I got him last time I went to the Comic-Con. Is he kind of glary? Yeah. The light kind of reflects off him weird. He's in a plastic covering to protect him. But he's not the only one in here. I also have a picture of Kakashi and a picture of Rogue in there. But I don't really have that much room on this wall. And eventually I will be moving out of this room into the other room. In a couple months or something like that. So I don't want to hang up too much shit on the wall. I've hung up that and like my shield. That's all I've hung up in here. Everything else is on my either on top of the TV or on my bookshelf. And then, well, my dresser's in my closet, but yeah, I stuck my dresser in the closet. It's in there and to the side. And so I go in there and I pull shit out. Yeah, well, that is if the clothes aren't on top of my bookshelf. 'Cause I use my bookshelf as like stuff. I find ways to use everything I have. But well, with Halloween coming up, I never really do Halloween costumes. My little brother and my older sister typically get costumes, usually walk around sometimes. I mean, I walk around town if my friends want to hang out on Halloween or something. But for the most part, I'm usually the guy that stays at home handing out candy. Because I don't really like dressing up. Never have, never will. I cosplayed one time at Comic-Con, didn't enjoy it. I don't dress up. I wear the same things every day, and that's all I care about. That's it. So my lame ass excuse for what my costume is: I'm a hoodlum, I'm a skater boy, I'm a Yakuza member, and it's just like I just wear shit and just walk around. I'm like, yeah, meh. But oh jeez. Oh, I actually kind of feel bad for not recording something else on my phone while at Renfest, because I had planned on it, but it's like 8 o'clock at night right now. And when we got home, my sister was like freaking hell bent on, since when they went to Worlds of Fun and fed Mason, they had to feed me. So we left the house and ate something. We ate Chinese food, which Stephanie really likes Chinese food. She chose the place, so it's like, okay, cool, Chinese food. I'm down with that. I can eat Chinese food. I didn't finish my fucking plate. It pissed me off. I wasn't as hungry as I could have been, but I was like, And then, so after that we got home, and like a couple hours after that I had to cook dinner, and we were gonna make breakfast. Then we realized, I realized that we didn't have any vegetable oil, so my mom and I really quick ran to Walmart, grabbed vegetable oil, then she picked up ice cream sandwiches because that's what she wanted, and I grabbed myself a soda, because I always need one. I need a soda, otherwise I get cranky and I get bitchy and I get mad at people, and I don't want to be mad at people. So I got my soda, so I have my caffeine fix. My caffeine levels are normal, running through. It's all good. Okay, my definition of normal for my caffeine levels, everyone else would be dying of a fucking heart attack right now if they had the level of caffeine I had. It's not good. It's not healthy. But it's what I gotta deal with. It's healthy for here. It's not healthy for here. So, yeah. Blech. It's a balancing act, and it kind of sucks. But, so, then we got back home, and I put the oil in the pan, and I went to go chop up the potatoes. And they were disgusting. Some of them had mold on them, other of them were like rotting. I'm like, what the fuck? And it sucks. It was weird, because we had roast a couple nights before now, and we made roast on like Thursday night, right? And we make roast. We put the roast in, and then we put a roast in at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Then at like noon, we take the roast out, and we put carrots and potatoes in. And we put those in there, and we drop the roast on top of it, and we put it back in. And the potatoes were fucking fine. Let's see, from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 4 days later. 4 days. Count. 4 days. 4 days later. And my fucking god, these potatoes were disgusting. I had to throw out the whole bag. The whole bag of potatoes. Gone. I mean, it wasn't a full bag. It was about half a bag of potatoes. That's 2.5 pounds of potatoes. Because we buy the 5-pound bag every time we go to the store. That's half a bag of fucking potatoes gone, wasted. We couldn't use them. They were done. So we couldn't cook breakfast like we had intended, so I had to switch it up. And because Beeson's on a very specific dietary regimen, he can only eat certain things to maintain his body mass index. Yeah, BMI. So he can't have pasta. Well, the only other thing we have in the house to cook, or had, was fucking pasta. So I'm sitting there cooking, I'm like, fuck. He comes out of the steps room after having taken a nap, and I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, we had to make pasta. He's like, yeah, I know, I was already told. And I was like, fuck, man, I feel like shit. Because I know he can't eat pasta. He loves pasta. Can't eat pasta. Sucks dick. I hate it. It sucks. I felt like a piece of crap because my brother, soon-to-be brother-in-law, can't really eat his favorite food, which is pasta. And there I am, cooking it for dinner for the rest of the family. Dude, I felt like a piece of trash. I really did. And it's not often that happens. And of course, my little brother who is currently sick, and my older sister who is currently sick, they got eaten. Okay, I was sick like 2.5 weeks ago. I ended up getting my mom sick. My mom ended up getting my little brother sick. My little brother got Stephanie sick on Friday. Or Saturday. Got Stephanie sick on Saturday when we went to Vulture Fun. So, the whole house, aside from myself now, is sick. Myself, Beeson, and Kelly are the only ones that aren't sick right now. So my mom is talking about how she gets cranky when she's sick, and Mason looks at her, and Mom goes, "Shut up, you get bitchy when you're sick too." And she's like, "Let me put it to you on a scale of people that are cranky when they're sick. Your sister is always the crankiest when she's sick. Next is you, and then last is your brother." And I'm just over here like, that's because it takes fucking forever to push all my buttons. Mason's like, "No, he gives me death threats." I walked over, I was like, "The reason why I give you death threats when I'm sick is because you enjoy pushing all my buttons." Because my little brother does. That's what he likes to do. He likes pushing my buttons. And I hate it. Because Mason knows the subjects that you don't mess with me. And those are his favorite subjects to bring up when he's trying to get on my bad side. And my little brother legitimately tries to get on my bad side. He really does. And it's very hard to keep from strangling him. Because it's not like I'm like, bam. It takes like days of messing with subjects that I hate for me to start getting violent. But after days of messing with something I hate, I get violent. And it's not something I can necessarily stop. Believe me, I've tried for 13 plus years or so, shortly after I started getting bullied. Because there are sore subjects for me. I really don't like it when people mess with my family. That is how you get me to swing fastest. You bring my family into it, and I will fuck you up. No questions asked. I will gladly go to prison for my family. Gladly. But Mason, he really enjoys picking at those subjects he knows are sore and touchy for me. And so it's very hard for me not to break his goddamn nose. And he knows that. He knows how hard it is for me not to hurt him. But he constantly keeps picking at subjects he knows that if he does it enough, will make me want to hurt him. But he does it every day. Every day. Without fail. Doesn't matter what day it is. He will pick at subjects he knows I don't like. And he'll do it nonstop. Until he gets some form of reaction. Because for the most part around the house, I'm emotionless. Because if I'm not, I break down. I have serious bouts of depression. And it's not like, oh, boo-hoo, I'm all alone. No, I break down, curl into a ball, crying, wishing my life was over. Bouts of depression. And no, I don't cut myself. I'm not a cutter. I don't harm myself to try and justify my pain. No, my pain is plenty enough, and it was given to me by other people. I have never once self-inflicted harm except for the one time I tried to kill myself. Yeah. But I have extreme amounts of depression, and the only way I could found that helps me get over that is to bury it behind anger. And that's not healthy at all. That's not a healthy attitude mentally, physically, or anything. And, well, I'm not depressed anymore, but now I'm an emotionless drone that the only reaction you can ever get out of me that's true and heartfelt is an angry reaction. And to my little brother, that angry reaction is better than no reaction. I haven't had a true, warm, heartwarming smile in fucking years. It's been years since I had my last true smile. It's been a long time. I think I was 16 last time I had a real smile. I'm 20 now. I've been 20 for going on 3 months now. This isn't healthy. I'm not living a healthy life. I'm at least mentally healthy or emotionally healthy. My emotions are stunted. I can't describe to you what happiness feels like anymore because I don't fucking remember what it feels like anymore. I can tell you what anger feels like. I feel a lot of that. I can tell you what sorrow feels like. I feel a lot of that. I can't tell you what contentness feels like. I can't tell you what hardly anything feels like. I have very few emotions that I feel full force. Excuse me while I scratch my ass cheek. I'm sorry, if you can see that, I was scratching my left cheek because I got bit by a bug earlier today on my ass cheek. Deal with it. I was out in fucking Kansas. It wasn't really actually Kansas City. It was just over the border into the Kansas side, just outside Kansas city limits. And it's like, but there's like this small part, and yeah, I got bit on the ass by a bug, and it itches. So fucking shut the fuck up about it, alright? The waistband of my underwear has been scratching at it all day, and it itches like a shit ton. It's pissing me off. God, I'm just glad nothing bit me up here on the neck. That shit pisses me off so much. Oh yeah, I remember something I want to talk about. Moving on from my emotions, because that's not important. The new YouTube sort of just things. People always want, like, I got a couple private messages over some of the websites I use to get in touch with people. Of my grand total of like 20 of you guys that watch these, or however many more of you there are. Like, it's like, I think the number last I checked was like 24, which is a decent sized number for me. I never expected to make it to double digits, let alone 20 of you. But someone messaged me and asked if I was afraid some of my videos would get demonetized and removed from YouTube because I cuss a lot. And I was like, no, because I don't talk about dicks. When I cuss, it's actually impactful. It has a reason behind the cuss word, except for my top 5 favorite creative cusses video. That I did just because those are my favorite creative cuss words ever, and I wanted to share at least one list of cuss words. But no, I'm not really worried about YouTube's new policy against cursing because, to be completely honest, I'm pretty sure my type of video aren't the ones they're targeting. It's like there are no amounts of extreme profanity. I'm not really that profane. I'm really not. I say fuck and damn occasionally. That's it. You hear that everywhere on YouTube. And if they wanted to start closing that shit down, they wouldn't have a website left anymore. They wouldn't. So, yeah, no, I'm not that worried at all. I mean, if I was like, walking around in my underwear in my room here every time I got on the camera, and I was like, "Hey, sexy things, you want to talk about video games?" Then yeah, I'd be a little bit worried. And yes, that was a legitimate stripper move I was doing there. I know how to dance like a stripper. Deal with it. I made quite a bit of change a couple times doing that. And no joke. But yeah, moving on. But no, I'm not worried because my videos aren't overly profane or have too much sexual content in them. I don't think I've ever touched on a sexual subject on my videos. I probably should do that eventually. And yeah, that is a pretty messy subject for some people. Yeah, but whatever. Well, it's messy for a whole other reason, but yeah, that's, I was swatting away the perverted thoughts. So, no, I'm not really all that worried that my content's going to get demonetized, mostly because I'm not making that much money off this shit anyway, and what I do make typically goes into my mom's bank account because that's how I set it up, and I'm not making that much money off this shit anyway. I actually had to go back in and make sure it's still routing the income I do make off this into my mother's bank account because... And someone else asked, since I'm filling out applications for jobs, if I'll quit doing YouTube. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to quit doing YouTube. My videos may become more scheduled than they have been. I've usually been doing a loose leaf recording schedule. I record whenever I feel like it. And that helps with my mental stability and my recovery towards normalcy. Whatever little bit of that there is in this fucking society. But I'm not going to be able to do that when I get a job because I'll have to start doing a structured schedule. I'll have to start waking up at a certain time every day, and then I'll probably only have scheduled days off that I'll be able to record, or maybe recording after work. So you'll probably be getting you're probably getting structured recording every week or so. But so yeah, you won't be getting 30-minute video here, a 15-minute long video. It'll probably be like 25 minutes, 25 minutes, 25 minutes, like very, very structured. So it'll feel less like one of my videos because I try to do these very loose, and I try not to do anything strict, and I try not to have scripts, and I try not to have lists. I try to do these just as they feel because that helps with my emotional discord. Helps calm down the chaos that reigns within my mind once a day. And for those of you that wonder why I say I haven't smiled a true smile when they see this all the time, this is my fake smile. This is what I've been using to disarm my enemies since I was 9. Yeah, this is not my real smile. This is my fake smile. The smile I use when I step on stage in character. The smile I use when I walk into a school filled with people that hate me. This is my fake smile. And it hides this face. This is my real face. This is the face that if you see it, you don't want to fuck with me. Because if you see this, it means I'm either thinking about something, or I'm legitimately pissed off at someone. So anyway, let's continue. I'm going to try and do the rest of this video with my normal face on. I'm not going to do the rest of the video with a fake ass smile. Let's do this shit. Alright? Cool. Now, for those of you wondering why I run my hair through my hands so fucking often, it's my nervous tick, alright? And it's not really, I do it because I'm nervous, because I'm not nervous. I'm very rarely nervous. I don't get unnerved. I don't get intimidated. I don't get uncomfortable. Okay, there are certain situations where I do tend to get uncomfortable, but those are very few and far between. It was a trick I developed back when I had long hair. I found that playing with my hair when I was a little kid, my mother would play with my hair to put me to sleep, because that's what it does. Playing with my hair puts me to sleep. But I found that running a hand through my hair can calm my anger down slightly. So when I was in high school and people would mess with me, if they saw me do this, they knew they've stepped over their boundaries. And usually, 9 times out of 10, people would back the fuck off after that. And the reason why is because always at the end of the running through, I would curl whichever hand I ran it through into a fist and hold onto my hair before letting go and sliding out. And now it's just more accent with my short hair, because usually the fist comes down here. Back when I had long hair, it would be down here. Now it's up here. so people can actually almost see the fist. So yeah, it's a way I developed when I was in high school, one of the most stressful situations of my entire life, because everyone hated me, and for years prior had been fucking with me. So I developed it to keep myself calm, rational, and not overreact. It would keep my anger and my instincts held backwards. Do you know what it's like to fight against part of your mind? The part of your mind that's supposed to be there for you at all times? Your instinct? Because your instincts are telling you to snap people's necks? That's not okay. That's borderline psychopath. So I'm holding that shit back every day, and it gets a little much, right? That's why I turn to this. Caffeine is a miracle drug. It really is. I'm not paid to say this shit. Caffeine makes you calm. It makes you normal, or whatever little bit of that shit does. But drink too much of it, and it turns you into a goddamn loon. Hello. I have to drink, on a bad day, 3 to 4 2-liters to remain calm. On an average day, it's 1 to 2. On a good day, I only need to drink 1 to remain calm, and not even a full one. Like, on a good day, the one I buy in the morning will be there the next morning. That's a good day. Those are very few and far between. And yeah, people can argue that I'm just a caffeine addict. And those people have right. I am a caffeine addict. But I became addicted to caffeine through a need to keep my anger and my instincts in check. And caffeine helped me do that. It helped me reach a mood where it was easier to hold that shit back. So yes, I am a caffeine addict. I've never disputed that. In fact, I've tried to explain to you why I am a caffeine addict, and the people that I've been trying to explain to don't listen to me at all. Anyway guys, I want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoy this video, you can go down to my channel and check plenty others just like it, or some that have nothing to do with it. I also want to let you know, a short announcement, I will be trying to do another gameplay video sometime next weekend. Not sure what I'll be playing, but I'll be playing something, and it may be during the day, so you may hear some background noise, but that's fine. You've dealt with that shite before. So, anyway, stay cool, stay in school, stay away from them drugs. I'll see y'all later. Dead Hippie is out. Peace!